Fine. Are you able to see my screen? Is my screen displayed in your device or not? Please let me know. I request any one of you to respond me here. I have seen very few students today, lesser in number than the last class. There were almost 40 to 45 students yesterday in the last class, but today I have seen very few students here. I request everyone to submit the assignment. I have seen very few students. I'll display my screen. Just wait for a minute. I'll show how many students have submitted it. So this is very important that you need to submit your assignment in time. I have provided the due date of today only. If you wish, then I may increase the time to submit the assignment, but you have to submit the assignment at any cost. Otherwise, I need to take other actions. I may call your guardian, or I may not provide you the full marks on an assignment while evaluating during your examination. So please be serious about your assignment. Okay, I have provided the assignment in the assignment section. Please check it once and solve the questions and submit it. Okay, if you have any problem, then you can ask. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for us to evaluate what we have learned so far. So let me display the assignment for you. Let me show you how many of you have submitted it. Let me check it. Okay. Okay, yesterday I have given you the assignment of standard deviation of individual data. I think, okay, yeah, the number has increased than yesterday. Okay, let me display this screen to you also, so that you will be able to see your assignment here, and I'll guide you through that assignment if you have any problem there. Just wait a minute. Okay, is my screen displayed in your device? Please let me know. Is it displayed there or not? Can anyone respond here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So see here, Bijosna Thapamagar, she has turned in. It means she has submitted. Bijosna, Sarmila, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 students. Only 9 students have submitted it, and most of them has viewed it. I know most of you have viewed it, but you have not turned it on. Okay, you have to solve the question in your copy, and you have to take a photo and submit it in the assignment section. Okay, please do it. Let me check how Bijosna has done it. Okay. Okay. Bijosna has sent 3 files. It means she has solved all the questions. Very good, Bijosna. Bijosna is present here or not? Let me see. Bijosna. Yeah, Bijosna is there. Very good, Bijosna. Yeah, you found standard deviation. If the question asks coefficient of standard deviation, then find that coefficient of standard deviation also. Okay. Okay, Bijosna, are you listening me? Bijosna, are you there? Bijosna, please respond me. You have done it good. Okay, let me check the assignment of other students also. Okay, let me see it. Sarmila Thapamagar has submitted. Srijana Tamang, Nisa Magar. Okay, I'll check it and I'll submit it later to you. Okay, you can see your assignment later, and you can see the feedback also. I'll provide the feedback there. Okay, let me check the assignment of Karuna Bohra. How she has done it. Okay, standard deviation summation x square by n minus summation x by n whole square. Very good. You need to remember just this formula. If you remember this formula, then you will get full marks there. Okay, today I'll be discussing the standard deviation of discrete data. Yesterday we discussed the standard deviation of the individual data. So let's discuss the standard deviation of the individual data today. Sorry, discrete data. Okay, so please be ready with your pen and copy. Let me display the slide. Okay, I have this slide is displayed in your device. This is a very important topic. I think this topic is the topic that gives you the marks easily. You can say that you have marks in your pocket after reading this topic. Okay, so please remember the formula. Every time I ask you, you need to answer it. You have to be able to answer it. Okay, let me ask the formula to Ayush Shrestha. Ayush, are you there? Ayush, can you respond me? Ayush Shrestha, are you there? Ayush Shrestha. Okay, if I have to repeat your name continuously, then I may be forced to make you leave this class. Okay, Bijosna, can you respond me? Bijosna, are you there? Please turn on your microphone and respond me. Bijosna, I'll just ask the formula. Okay, Bijosna, just tell me the formula to calculate. Tell me the formula to calculate standard deviation in last class that we have read in individual data. Just tell me the formula of standard deviation in individual data.
Individual.
Yeah, just tell me the formula. It is
Root.
yeah, square root
Square root. Sigma.
sigma, yes,
Sigma x square.
x square by n minus
Square square s square by n
yes minus
minus sigma x minus divided by n whole square.
very good, very good. Please remember it by heart. Okay, you need to remember it. Okay, everyone,
Yes, sir.
I request everyone to remember this formula because the formula that we are going to read today for discrete data is also same, is almost same, but there will be some frequency. So please remember that also. Okay, so let's begin. Please make a note, make a proper note. Okay, write the list of formula for discrete data. Yesterday we have discussed about standard deviation. We discussed on the basis of the measures of dispersion while discussing it in individual data. So please list out the formula of discrete data. For discrete data, write it. List of formulae for discrete data. Note it. Let x1, x2, x3 dot 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 xn. It means these are the different data. Okay, there may be some 3 data or 5 or 10. The number of data may vary. So x1, x2 dot 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 xn. B, values of n variate values, or you can say n variate, or you can say simply n variables or n data. You can replace this by data. Okay, with f1, f2, f3 dot 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 fn. I have taken the reference from your textbook, so I have written the same language as that is written in your textbook. So let x1, x2, x3 dot 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 xn be values of n data or n variate values with f1, f2, f3 dot 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 fn as their corresponding frequencies. Okay, so suppose 10 छ भने 10 को frequency 3 छ भने जस्तो क्या हैन, 5 छ भने यसको frequency 2 होला हैन. Similarly, the number of data may increase. त्यही भएर यहाँ डट 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 लेखेको छ नि हैन. The number of data may vary and the frequency may also vary. For a particular data, there will be one particular frequency. So x1, x2, x3 dot 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 xn with frequencies f1, f2, f3 dot 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 fn. So as I discussed in last class, we have 3 different methods here also to find the standard deviation, though I'll use one method only here to find the standard deviation. Later, if time permits us, then we will discuss those methods also. Okay, so direct method to find the standard deviation. SD represents standard deviation. Sigma is equals to root over sigma fx square by n minus bracket sigma fx by n whole square. Please make this capital N. Okay, as I told you the difference between small n and capital N. Capital N represents the sum of the frequency and small n represents the counting. It also represents the total number of data, but in case of counting, though there is a difference in between these two, But if you really want to find the difference in between small n and capital N notation, then there is few like this. So please note it fast. SD is equals to summation fx square by n minus summation fx by n whole square. Again, remember in this way, square root, don't copy it please, square root sigma fx by n. This is the formula of mean. Write the formula of mean 2 times. So sigma fx by n here also. Write it 2 times. So on the first one, just put a square, and in the second one, put a big bracket enclosing this summation fx by n, and put a square, and put a minus sign in between these two terms. So it is square root of sigma fx square by n minus sigma fx by n whole square. Please remember this formula. This is standard deviation sigma is equals to sigma fx square by n minus sigma fx by n whole square. This is a direct method. Though I'll display the formula for other methods also, but we will not be using this formula, the other formula, the other way to calculate this. Okay, so please note it. The other methods also. The second method is actual mean method. SD sigma is equals to square root of sigma f times x minus x bar whole square divided by capital N here also. Okay, we'll use this method later if time permits us within this academic session. So actual mean method, standard deviation is equals to square root of summation f x minus x bar whole square by n. If you wish to remember this, please remember it. Okay, you may find like this written in this format also in your textbook, sigma f d square by n. You may find this notation somewhere in your textbook, where this d represent x minus x bar. Okay, यसरी सर्टकट नोटेसनमा लेखेको हुन्छ। तर यो d भनेर थाहा हुनु पर्यो। It is better to remember in this way, sigma f x minus x bar whole square by n. Write this. So the next method that we have to calculate the standard deviation is shortcut method or assumed mean method, where this d will represent x minus a. This a is the assumed mean. So the formula will be SD is equals to, it is almost similar with the individual data, only the frequency is different here. Okay, so summation fd square by n minus sigma fd by n whole square. This is the formula to calculate the standard deviation of discrete data. Please copy it fast. Okay, have you noted it? Please let me know if you have not noted it. Okay, so let's continue to the next slide. Lincoln, Nepal, Lincoln, have you copied it or not? Lincoln, please respond me. Lincoln, are you there? Okay, Neeraj, have you copied it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Neeraj, have you submitted your assignment or not?
No, sir.
Why you have not submitted? You have to submit it, okay? Please submit it today, along with today's assignment. Okay, can you read this formula, this first one, Neeraj? Please read this formula.
Sir,
Read out
SD equal given.
this square root.
Sir, square root. Yeah.
Summation fx square by n minus bracket summation fx by n whole square. Okay, read it in that way. I think there is some background disturbance, so he doesn't want to speak here more. So let's solve some problem by using this formula also. Please pay attention here. I think we have we have few more formula here. Just note this formula. So these are similar to the formula of individual data. So note this one also. Coefficient of standard deviation. This is equals to standard deviation by mean. Okay, I have used the shortcut notation here. This SD represents the standard deviation. It is the abbreviated form of standard deviation. And this X bar is mean. Please note this formula also. Coefficient of standard deviation is equals to SD by X bar, or simply standard deviation by mean. Please note it first. Okay, the second formula is variance. Variance is the square of standard deviation, so it is simply sigma square. And the next formula that you have to learn is coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation CV is equals to standard deviation by mean into 100%. Please note this formula and remember this also. Please note it first. Ahana Tamang Ahana, have you copied it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's use this formula to calculate the standard deviation of the discrete data. Let's copy it first if you have not copied it. Okay, so let me continue. Okay, so let's solve a problem. I think this question is displayed in your device. Please copy it. Calculate the standard deviation and its coefficient for the given data. हिजोको क्वेसनमा चाहिँ स्लाइडमा चाहिँ its coefficient भन्ने छुट्याएको रहेछ. Please add that. Okay, मैले माथि standard deviation भनेर त लेखेको रहेछ स्लाइडमा र coefficient भन्ने छुट्याएको रहेछ. Please note that. Calculate standard deviation and its coefficient for the given data. And your data goes like this. F, this is data. This F is frequency. These are the different values of data: 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. Then the different values of frequency are 6, 10, 20, 30, 20, and 14. Please note it first. I have this is displayed in your device. Please let me know if you have any confusion or if this is not displayed in your device also. Please don't forget to mention me. So calculate the standard deviation and its coefficient for the given data. These are the different data and the corresponding frequencies. Please note it fast. So let's continue. Solution. Please be very confident with the formula. Don't get confused with it. I'll write in one side of this slide. So the formula is root over summation fx square by n minus summation fx by n whole square. So what I need to do is I need to find f times x square in the table. Table मा मलाई के चाहियो एउटा fx square चाहियो मैले हिजो भनेको थिएँ नि. यो के टेबलमा चाहिँ के खोज्ने मेनली भन्दाखेरि समेसन पछाडी जे छ एउटा त्यो खोज्नु पर्यो. समेसन fx square चाहियो एउटा भने चाहिँ fx square, we need fx square. Similarly, we need f into x also. Okay, so summation fx square and summation fx we need to search there. So let's make a table. Before that, write calculation of standard deviation. Just in front of the table, you have to write calculation of standard deviation. Calculation of standard deviation. So be very clear that you have to write here yoks at first. Yoks and yok. These are given things in the table. Just note it first. X at first, and then frequency. As I told you earlier, that you need to find f into x and f into x square. So in one column, I'll be writing f into x, and in the second column, the last column, I'll be writing fx square. Be very clear with this idea, because during your examination, you will be confused with the title of this table. Okay, with the heading of this table, you will be confused what to write and what not to write. So please remember it. You have to understand that you are going to find the standard deviation and its coefficient. So you have to use the concept by using the formula to write what in the table and what not to write. So sigma fx square and sigma fx. It means we have to write here fx and fx square. Okay, so let's continue. I hope you have copied it. Make table later. Just to make the headings only. So what actually this x is? Let's put the table. Let's put the value of x. The first one, in the first cell, the value of x is 45. Let me put it frequency also. So the frequency is 6. Okay. Okay, how to find the value of f into x? Can anyone tell me how to find the value of f(x) here? What will be the value of f(x) here? Can anyone tell me how to find the value of f(x) here? How to find it?
45 into 6.
Yeah, 45 into 6. Very good. So just multiply the value of x and f and put the value here. Okay. So just put the value here. It will be f into x. This is equals to 270. So just multiply by using a calculator. I have already prepared it. So it is displayed here. So please correct it if it is wrong here. Some discrepancies may be there. Please correct it. Okay. So the frequency, the product of frequency and the value of data is 270. Now, how to find the value of fx square? Can anyone tell me how to find the value of fx square? कसरी निकाल्ने?
270 square.
270 square. Actually, that is wrong. Okay, don't worry. You just tried it, but that's fine. So see, this is not fx square. तिमीले भनेको कन्सेप्ट कस्तो भयो भने यो fx को square, whole square भयो नि त्यो त हैन? But here it is the square of x only. So fx square is here. Do you understand your confusion or not? Have you cleared?
Yes,
Have you
sir.
cleared your confusion?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
clear. So the best way to find fx square is to multiply this fx and x, because fx into x, fx into x will be equals to fx square. Have you read it this in indices or not? I think the indices is in class 8, not in class 9. I don't know whether it is in class 9 or not. In algebra, in CMath, you have to do this indices. This is in class 10 also. So please remember this, fx into x is equals to fx square. So let's multiply fx into x. So this fx into x means which number we have to multiply here to find this value? Please tell me. Which number we have to multiply here?
270 into 45.
Very good. 270 into 45. So it will be 12,150. Okay. The difficulty in this method is that number will be very large here. यो मेथड जुन डाइरेक्ट मेथड भनेर हामीले पढिरहेछौँ नि अहिले, यो डाइरेक्ट मेथडबाट गर्दा चाहिँ यो भ्यालु चाहिँ एकदम ठुल्ठुलो आउँछ के, त्यही भएर हामीले अरू मेथडहरू युज गर्ने हो। नत्र यो मेथड पनि एकदम ठिक छ। तिमी धेरै मेथडसँग कन्फ्युजन नहुने, अहिले यो मेथड राम्रोसँग सिक्ने, पछि टाइम रह्यो भने म अरू मेथडबाट नि गर्न सिकाउँछु। ओके, अहिले म जति गराएको छु त्यति क्वेसनहरू चाहिँ राम्रोसँग गर्न जान्ने। Okay, and also try to solve some questions from your exercise book also by using this method. किताबमा एक्जाम्पलमा तिमीले हेर्यो भने सबै मेथड एकैचोटि राख्दै छ, you may get confused there. Don't get confused, just see this method only. Okay, direct method को question मात्र हेर्ने. Okay, so let's see the data in the next row. Okay, I have written it at once. So the data is 55. Yes, please.
Sir, त्यो fx square छ त
हजुर हजुर हजुर
त्यसमा 45 को स्क्वायर ले मल्टिप्लाई गर्ने हैन 270 लाई
270 लाई तिमीले भनेको अनुसार के हुन्छ है 45 को स्क्वायर into 270. See here, this 45 square is x square, 270 is fx. So fx into x square भनेको के हुन्छ र त fx क्यूब भयो नि. बरु तिमीले के भन्न सक्थ्यौ भने यो 45 को स्क्वायर र f लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्ने भने चाहिँ हो यो फेरि. बुझेको बुझेन? Because I have to find f x square. त्यही भएर तिमीले मैले चाहिँ के गरेको छु तिमीले यो पनि गर्न सक्छौ है. That is a very good question is here. So मैले चाहिँ यसमा के गरे भने I have multiplied this f x with this x. See here, f x र x लाई मल्टिप्लाई गरे भने के आउँछ? f x स्क्वायर आउँछ कि आउँदैन? आउँछ नि हैन? So f times x will be x square. So I have multiplied this f x and x. Okay, so please note it. Very good question. Okay, please note it. 55, 10, 550 and 30250, that is 30,250. Please make me please correct it if it is wrong. I have done this calculation by using the Excel formula. I hope the Excel is not wrong here. So 30,250. So the next column 65, 20, 1300 and 84,500. Please be clear that we are multiplying this third column with the first column here, because this is fx, this is 1300 and this is 65. 1300 times 65 will be 84,500. As Sneha said earlier, you can multiply the square of this 65 with 20 also, and the answer will be same here, because it is the fx square. x लाई स्क्वायर गरेर f सँग मल्टिप्लाई गर्ने भने अब हैन, तर हामीले यहाँबाट नि देख्न सक्छ fx लाई x सँग मल्टिप्लाई गर्यो भने त fx स्क्वायर आइहाल्छ. So you have two options there. You can do by any method, but the best way to do is by multiplying fx and x, because it's already there. x स्क्वायर त फेरि गरिराख्नु पर्यो, अलि झन्झट भयो. त्यही भएर यो भएकोलाई नै मल्टिप्लाई गर्दै हुन. So fx times x is fx square. So the next data will be 75, 30, 20 to 50 and 1,68,750. See, this is very huge and very large. So you may make mistake here by using this method. So please pay attention and be careful while solving this question. With the large data, it will be very huge. It will be very difficult for you to write this data. So we may prefer for other methods also, but now we are going through this method only, the direct method. And the next one is 85, 20, 1700 and 1,44,500. Please correct me if this is wrong. The next one is 95, 14, 1330 and 1,26,350. One more thing that you need to note here is we need to have this value n also. Please note it fast. यो यहाँसम्म भएको चिज पहिला सारा त, त्यसपछि म अरु कुरा भन्छु. एकचोटि चेक गर है त्यो डेटाहरु रङ छ कि ठीक छ कि छैन भनेर त्यो क्याल्कुलेटर चाहिँ क्याल्कुलेट चाहिँ गर्ने एकचोटि. Okay, in this one, this is n. How to find n? Can anyone tell me? n चाहिँ कसरी निकाल्ने होला? Can anyone tell me how to find the value of n? Please tell me how to find the value of n. We have to find sigma fx square. It means we have to add fx square column. fx square को सबै एड गर्यो भने sigma fx square आइहाल्यो हैन. fx को column को मल्टिप्लाई एड गर्यो भने we will get sigma fx. ओके, पछि अलि हायर लेभलमा चाहिँ म तिमीलाई एउटा कुरा भन्दिहाल्छु है त. अलि हायर लेभलमा एउटा यस्तो खालको आउँछ, त्यसमा चाहिँ प्रोडक्ट गर्नुपर्छ के. त्यसलाई पाई So pi x भन्यो भने यसलाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्ने हो फेरि है सिग्मा भयो भने चाहिँ सिग्मा x भनेर चाहिँ एड गर्ने हो यससँग कन्फ्युज नहो कहिलेकाहीँ यस्तो हायर लेभलमा चाहिँ आउँछ कि यो मलाई भनिदिइहालेको okay so let's find this value that are in the formula and we will be able to find it easily. So let's find the value of n at first. The value of n is nothing but simply the sum of the frequency. Okay, so let's find the sum of frequency, that is n is equals to 100. Please add all the elements in the frequency column and you will get 100. That is the value of n is equals to 100. Similarly, add the next column fx and you will get the value of sigma fx. So sigma fx is equals to 7400. Please note it fast. And the last one is sigma fx square. So sigma fx square is equals to 5,66,500. Just add all the elements there. So it will be 566,500. Don't worry, I'll help you to use the calculator to find the value directly. The calculator मा चाहिँ यो भ्यालु डाइरेक्टली निकाल्न मिल्छ म त्यो पनि सिकाइदिन्छु पहिला एक क्वेशन गर्दा आज मजाले एउटा क्वेशन चाहिँ राम्रोसँग बुझ्ने अर्को क्वेशन चाहिँ म तिमीलाई गर्न दिन्छु अनि म एउटा मेथड चाहिँ क्याल्कुलेटरबाट गर्न सिकाइदिन्छु है त It is sufficient if you understand one question, then it will be very sufficient for you. So let's calculate the value of standard deviation. Formula ma sabai aisakyo. We have sigma fx square, we have summation fx, we have n. Okay, so let's find the value. So standard deviation. Now standard deviation sigma is equals to, write the formula. It is sigma fx square by n minus sigma fx by n whole square. So let me replace the values. This is equals to 566,500 by 100 minus 7400 by 100 whole square. So just replace the values, calculate it. It will be 5,665 minus 74 square, and this is equals to 5,665 minus 5476. Subtract it, and you will get. Sorry, it is repeated here. So this is equals to square root of 189. Square root of 189. And if you wish to write it in decimal form, I request you to write it in decimal form. Don't just leave it. It will be 13.75. Okay, the value of standard deviation is 13.75 here. So why not to find the coefficient of standard deviation? To find the coefficient of standard deviation, we need to find the mean also. So let's find the mean at first. The formula to calculate the mean in discrete data is summation fx by n. So mean x bar is equals to summation fx by n or sigma fx by n. We have already got sigma fx. So it is equals to 7400 upon 100. And this is equals to 74. So we have got standard deviation, we have got mean. Now let's find the coefficient of standard deviation. So coefficient of standard deviation is equals to SD sigma by mean x bar. You can simply write sigma by x bar also, but I have elaborated it so that it will be easier when you see the notes later. So this is equals to 13.75 divided by 74, and this is equals to 0.1858. Sometimes the question may ask you to find the variance also. Okay, and this variance will be equals to, this is out of the box. This is not included in this question, but if the question asks you the variance, then use the formula sigma square. Okay, your sigma is 13.75 square, and this is equals to 189. This must be equals to around 189 because we have excluded some values after this. So this is equals to almost equals to 189. And if the question asks you the coefficient of variation also, please don't copy it. Just try to understand what I'm trying to say here. Coefficient of variation, or simply CV, is equals to standard deviation by mean times 100%. SD by mean is 0.1858 because I have already got it 0.1858 here times 100%, and this will be equals to 18.58%. The answer must be in percent. Okay, so one thing that you need to remember here is the value of coefficient of standard deviation is always below 1. It must be in between 0 and 1. 0 र 1 को बीचमा हुनुपर्छ यो 0 लेस देन x लेस देन अर इक्वल्स टु 1 है यो 0 र 1 को बीचमा हुनुपर्छ यो 0 र 1 को बीचमा एकदम 1 2 3 यस्तो आयो भने चाहिँ that will be wrong. I hope you have copied it. Please solve this question right now. ल म तिमीलाई क्याल्कुलेटर युज गर्ने सिकाइहाल्छु त्यो अघिकै क्वेशनमा because I have already displayed the solution here. Please be ready with the calculator. I don't know you have calculator or not right there. Please be ready with it. I'll display the calculator and explain how to use the calculator in proper way to find the value of standard deviation in easier way. Okay, let me display my screen here. Let me display the desktop screen. Okay, are you able to see my screen right now? A calculator देखिरहेछ हेर त.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So please be ready with your calculator also. Okay, in calculator there is one statistics mode. You वाला calculator तिमीहरुसँग छ भने I think most of you have this calculator. So if you have this, there is one statistics mode. So you have to activate that statistics mode. अब statistics मा दुई खालको डेटा हुन्छ भनेको थिएँ मैले हिजो हैन. Individual data र discrete data जुन हामीले क्लास 9 मा पढ्छौं. We have one more data, that is continuous data, that we will deal in class 10. But in case of individual data and discrete data, the difference is individual data does not have frequency, but discrete data has frequency. अब frequency भएको नभएकोलाई कसरी गर्ने त हैन. अब यो discrete data को लागि गरौँ है त पहिला. यसमा frequency चाहिँ अन गर्नुपर्छ. त्यसको लागि के गर भने shift थिच and then press mode. Shift and mode. Shift र mode थिच्यो भने यसको तल जाँदा यहाँ 4 मा statistics भनेर लेखेको छ हेर त. Please follow with me, follow me by pressing your calculator also. I'll repeat it again. Shift, mode, and down, and press this 4. This will pop up two options here: frequency on and frequency off. Frequency off त गर्नु छैन हामीलाई because we are dealing with the discrete data. So let's press 1. This will activate the frequency here. बुझ्यो हैन. पहिला के थियो भन्दा यसमा चाहिँ frequency off थियो. Let's suppose it that the frequency was off. Let's make sure that we have activated the frequency. Frequency activate भयो तिम्रो क्याल्कुलेटरमा. I'll repeat it once more time. Shift, mode, just go below and press statistics, that is in 4. So activate the frequency. Frequency on. So frequency on is in option 1 number 1. So I pressed 1. Okay, so let's input the data. अब data कसरी input गर्ने त? Okay, so please अब चाहिँ हाम्रो मेन काममा जाने छौ है. So mode and press 3. Mode and then press 3. अब यहाँ धेरै अप्सन आयो हेर त. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. तिम्रो क्याल्कुलेटरमा पनि मेबी यस्तै आयो होला. I have used the same version of calculator that most of the student has. So 1 VAR. 1 VAR means press 1, just 1. अब यहाँ x र frequency भन्ने आयो. I think this is the same thing is displayed in your calculator. So press mode. Let me do it again. Mode, statistics, and 1. Okay. So there is x and frequency. So let's input the different values of x here. This is 45. Do it in your calculator also. 45. Press 55. Press 65. Press 75, 85, and 95. यो चाहिँ हामीले x को मात्र भ्यालु इनपुट गर्यो. To input the next value, के गर भने अब यो तिम्रो त्यो एरो थिच हेर त. यो एरो छ नि, यो एरो थिच त्यो भएपछि तल जान्छ हैन, राइट साइडमा गयो. अनि डाउन थिच्यो भने एकैचोटी माथि जान्छ, टपमा जान्छ के. बुझ्यौ नि हैन. सो लेट मी डु इट अगेन. लास्टमा जुन छ नि, लास्टबाट राइटमा जाने राइटबाट डाउनमा गयो भने एकैचोटि टपमा पुग्यो सो लेट्स इनपुट द फ्रिक्वेन्सी अल्सो दिस इज 6 10 20 30 20 and 14 okay so please remember these things अब यसलाई चाहिँ तिमीले एससी थिच अब एससी थिच्दाखेरि चाहिँ let me do it again okay so अब यो एससी थिचे पनि यो अन थिचे पनि तिम्रो डाटा त्यसमै छ के स्टोर भइरहेछ क्याल्कुलेटरमा अनि यो साइन्टिफिक क्याल्कुलेटर भइसकेपछि अलि केही फंक्सन हुनु पर्यो नि सो व्हाट वी क्यान डु इज नाउ अब हामीले यो यन समेसन एफएक्स स्क्वायर यस्तो ठुलो डिटेल नगरिकन निकाल्न सकिन्छ लेट्स डु इट के कसरी गर्ने भने अब चाहिँ पहिला डाटा इनपुट गर्यो फर्स्ट पेजमा तीनटा स्टेप दुई स्टेपमा फर्स्ट स्टेपमा के गर्यो फ्रिक्वेन्सी अन गर्यो सेकेन्ड स्टेपमा के गर्यो हामीले डाटा इनपुट गर्यो एन्ड थर्ड स्टेप व्हाट आई एम गोइङ टु डु इज आई एम गोइङ टु फाइन्ड द भ्यालु अफ यन अब यो यन निकाल्नु पर्यो समेसन एफएक्स स्क्वायर ओके थ्री स्टेपमा गर्ने है त फर्स्ट स्टेप फ्रिक्वेन्सी यन सेकेन्ड स्टेप इनपुटिङ द डेटा थर्ड स्टेप फाइन्डिङ यन या समेसन एफएक्स एन्ड समेसन एफएक्स स्क्वायर सो लेट्स डु इट थर्ड स्टेपमा छौँ है हामी अब सो लेट्स प्रेस शिफ्ट अनि क्याल्कुलेटरमा हेर्दा यहाँ 1 मा तिम्रो स्टार्ट भन्ने लेखेको छ सो प्रेस दिस वन शिफ्ट एन्ड 1 देयर इज सम हाम्रो सम चाहियो हो नि त सो प्रेस दिस 3 ओके अब 2 नम्बरमा हेर 2 नम्बरमा समेसन यक्स लेखेको छ दिस इज समेसन एफएक्स है यसरी बुझ्ने ल क्याल्कुलेटरमा अर्को क्याल्कुलेटर आई थिंक एक दुईजनासँग त्यो क्याल्कुलेटर छ होला त्यसमा चाहिँ समेसन एफएक्स नै लेख्छ यसमा चाहिँ समेसन यक्स सो प्रेस दिस नम्बर 2 it will provide you summation fx and press equals to this is 7400 हेर त यहाँ अघि हामीले कस्तो दुख गरेर निकाल्यो नि 7400 अहिले डाइरेक्ट निकाल्दियो के यसले okay so let's find summation fx square also so shift 1 and 3 अब यो 1 मा भएकोले चाहिँ summation fx square 56 65 00 हेर यो त यत्रो गर्नै परेन डाइरेक्ट निकाल्दियो so 566 500 this is summation fx square so we have to find the value of yan also yan पनि निकाल्नु पर्यो अब yan पनि क्याल्कुलेटरले दियो भने त अझ सजिलो भयो हामीलाई so let's find it also shift start यो सम मा हुँदैन यो चाहिँ var भनेर variance भने अहिले just press 4 and there is 1 at first there is yan in number 1 so press 1 this is equals to 100 हेर त सबै कुरा दियो के so let's use the calculator that we have हामीसँग भएको इन्स्ट्रुमेन्ट त युज गर्नु पायो नि हैन so n is equals to 100 we have got summation fx also and we have got summation fx square also okay अब यति गरिसकेपछि स्ट्यान्डर्ड डेभिएसन पनि दिन्छ के यसले यत्रो क्याल्कुलेट गर्नै पर्दैन स्ट्यान्डर्ड डेभिएसन also it will easily calculate तिमीले गर्दा चाहिँ प्र्याक्टिस गर्दा चाहिँ यो राम्रोसँग सबै गरेरै गर्ने तर एक्जाममा चाहिँ यसलाई मेक श्योर दैट यु डोन्ट मेक इट अ मिस्टेक ओके सो प्रेस 4 एन्ड दिस 3 है यो 2 नम्बरले चाहिँ मिन दिएको x बार भनेको छ 3 को चाहिँ स्ट्यान्डर्ड डेभिएसन हो सो प्रेस 3 एन्ड दिस इज इक्वल्स टु 13.7477 सियर 13.75 हैन क्याल्कुलेटरमा स्क्वायर रुट 189 गर्छु र मैले स्क्वायर रुट 189 हेर त 13.7477 आउँदो रहेछ स्क्वायर रुट 189 भने पनि 13.7477 नै रहेछ ओके सो तिमीले यो पनि लिन सक्छौ मैले राउन्ड अफ गरेर लेखेको थिएँ 13.75 सो द भ्यालु इज एक्ज्याक्ट सेम हैन त क्याल्कुलेटर कति सजिलो गराइदियो तिमीलाई हैन सो यु क्यान फाइन्ड द मिन अल्सो एन्ड आफ्टर फाइन्डिङ स्ट्यान्डर्ड डेभिएसन एन्ड मिन यु क्यान इजिली फाइन्ड द coefficient of standard deviation. So I request you to solve one more question. Just wait a minute. Let me stop sharing this screen. Okay. Please solve this question yourself. Calculate the standard deviation and its coefficient for the given data. यो क्वेशन चाहिँ सबैले आफै गर त ल अहिले and I'll give you the assignment after. Please do it fast. Calculate the standard deviation and its coefficient for the given data. Size मैले यसको मिनिङ छ है यहाँ इन्च भनेर लेखेको छ भने मिन निकाल्दा पनि लास्टमा जति भ्यालु आउँछ त्यसलाई चाहिँ इन्च भनेर लेख्ने स्ट्यान्डर्ड डेभिएसन पनि निकालिसकेपछि यसमा चाहिँ जति आउँछ सपोज अघिको 13.75 आयो भने 13.75 इन्च भनेर लेख्ने के यो लेख्न छुट्यो भने मार्क्स जान्छ है फेरि अलिकति भने मार्क्स काटिन्छ फुल मार्क्स पाउँदैन सो बी भेरी केयरफुल देयर सो राइट साइज फ्रिक्वेन्सी आई डिस्प्ले द सोलुसन लेटर
Just do it yourself first. अब यसमा यक्स यफ भनेर त्यसरी लेखा छैन त्यसमा झुक्केला यो यक्सो माथिको फ्रिक्वेन्सी चाहिँ यफ हो जस्ट राइट इट
Okay, have you solved it? Has anyone solved it? कसरी गरे त? गरेको छैन होला है. अब let me display the solution. ल आरामले अलि पछि प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने. अहिले चाहिँ म ल एकछिन गर नि त. अलि टाइम दिन्छु न म एकछिन. है, do it yourself. 2 मिनेट दिन्छु है त बढी अब बढीमा. Do it right now. अहिले भर्खर गरे भने त बुझिन्छ नि हैन? अहिले भर्खर पढाएछ अनि बिर्सिदैन नि त. अब भोलि तिमीले होमवर्क गर्छौ कि गर्दैन आई डोन्ट नो. तिमीले होमवर्क गर्दै गर्दैन फेरि धेरैले ठग्या छ. असाइनमेन्ट गर्नु पर्यो है. असाइनमेन्ट गरेन भने त तिमीलाई अनलाइन क्लासबाट निकाल्दिने हो. यो मैले भने हैन यो ठगिन्छ भन्नु है. तिमीलाई अनलाइन क्लासबाट निकाल्दिने. यदि होमवर्क गर्दैन भने गार्जियनसँग कन्ट्याक्ट गर्ने. बच्चाले अनलाइन क्लास गरेन होमवर्क गरेन भन्ने अनि जस्तै स्कुलमा तिमीलाई फिजिकल क्लासमा बाहिर निकालिदिन्छ नि हैन. त्यस्तै यहाँ पनि क्लासबाट निकाल्दिने अब. So please do your assignment if you want to avoid the punishment. Okay, गरौँ होला है. टाइम पनि अलि कम छ अब. So let me display the solution. Solution calculation of standard deviation. This is the table. ल म सर डिस्प्ले गरिदिन्छु है त. त्यो मैले यसो गरिरहेको भए चाहिँ यसो चेक गर न. ल दिस इज योर एन्सर है त. मैले अघि भन्न खोजेको चाहिँ यो लास्टमा इन्च भनेर यहाँ लेखा छ भने जस्तै यहाँ सेन्टिमिटर लेख्यो भने यहाँ पनि सेन्टिमिटर, मार्क्स भन्यो भने यहाँ पनि मार्क्स त्यसरी लेख्नु पर्यो क्या. इन्च भने त युनिट डिफाइन गराएको छ भने यहाँ पनि युनिट लेख्ने. तर लास्टमा चाहिँ युनिट हुँदैन. किन हुँदैन भने यहाँ पनि इन्च हुन्छ, तल पनि इन्च हुन्छ, इन्च र इन्च काटिन्छ क्या. Okay, just copy it fast and I'll give you the assignment after this. If you have any confusion, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Do it fast. How many of you have used a calculator while I was teaching? मैले अघि सिकाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ while I was guiding you, how many of you have used the calculator? How many of you have learned it? आहाना ल एकजना आहाना चाहिँ मैले गरे भनेको. आहानाले बुझ्यो त त्यो आहाना? बुझ्यो कि बुझेन? डु यु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड इट? आहना आहना चाहिँ हात उठाएको
बुझेन।
बुझेन? कुन चाहिँ बुझेनौ? 3 स्टेप सिकाएँ मैले हैन। फर्स्ट स्टेपमा के गर्ने? फ्रिक्वेन्सी अन र अफ गर्ने। सेकेन्ड स्टेपमा के गर्ने? डाटा इनपुट गर्ने। यो प्र्याक्टिस गरे त मैले आज भर्खर सिकेको भएर अब गरेकै छैन तिमीले अनि कहाँबाट सिक्छ एकैचोटि हैन? जस्ट प्र्याक्टिस इट एन्ड यु विल नो। फर्स्ट स्टेप फ्रिक्वेन्सी अन एन्ड अफ, सेकेन्ड स्टेप डाटा इन्ट्री, थर्ड स्टेप क्याल्कुलेटिङ द भ्यालु अफ समेसन एफएक्स स्क्वायर एन्ड एन है। म यसकै क्वेसनको गरिदिन्छु नि त अहिले। म फेरि स्क्रिन सेयर गरौँ उसो भए कसैले बुझ्यो होला भन त अघिको कसैले बुझेन होला है यो अनलाइन क्लासमा यस्तै समस्या हुन्छ क्या यो फिजिकल क्लासमा भयो एकैछिनमा बुझिहाल्थ्यो युगेश कटवाल आर यु देयर युगेश छ छैन रहेछ ओके तृप्ति जीसी तृप्ति हेभ यु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड इट निकाल्ने चाहिँ बुझेन ल म एकचोटि लास्ट सिकाइदिन्छु अनि ट्राई गर है त क्याल्कुलेटर सँगै लिएर गर्ने है त सबैले ओके फेरि यहाँ झन्झट छ एकैछिन है म क्याल्कुलेटर डिस्प्ले गर्छु यहाँ and then I'll display the screen. Okay, please be ready with the calculator, everyone. Okay, so I think this one is displayed in your device right now. Calculator, is this displayed or not? Please let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so pay attention here. Number one, at first you have to turn on or off the frequency. If it is for individual data, you have to off the frequency. If it is for discrete data, you have to on the frequency. So अब कपीमा लेख्ने भने लेखन आफूले बुझ्ने गरी फर्स्ट स्टेप नम्बर 1 कपीको लास्टमा लेख न त्यो रेगुलर सँग लेख लास्टमा लेख स्टेप नम्बर 1 शिफ्ट मोड डाउन 4 म लेख्दिन्छु है त के थिच्ने भन त शिफ्ट मोड डाउन and 4. This is step number 1. Okay, so in step number 1, shift mode down 4 frequency on गर्ने कि अफ गर्ने त अब त्यो इन्डिभिजुअल भयो भने अफ गर्नु पर्यो डिस्क्रिट भयो भने अन गर्नु पर्यो सिन्स दिस इज द केस अफ डिस्क्रिट डेटा लेट्स अन द फ्रिक्वेन्सी दिस इज नम्बर 1 the frequency on भयो now we are in step number 2 okay in step number 2 mode 3 1 okay step number 2 मा के गर्ने रहेछ भन्दा mode 3 and 1 let me write this also for you के गर्ने step number 2 मा press mode 3 भनेको स्टार्ट लेखे हुन्छ त्यही भएर अनि 1 भने चाहिँ त्यो VAR 1 VAR वाला चाहिँ चुज गर्ने ओके सो प्रेस mode 3 and 1 and input the value इनपुट गर्न त आउनु पर्यो अब हैन सरी जस्ट अ मिनेट है त ल मोड 3 1 अनि के गर्ने इनपुट भ्यालु ओके लेट मी डिस्प्ले इट अब यो पनि यसमा नि इनपुट गरौँ त हैन के छ र ओके सो लेट मी इनपुट द भ्यालु के गर्ने हेरे फेरि मोड इनपुट गर्न गरे मोड 3 1 है यो एउटा क्याल्कुलेटर हुन्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ यो डाइरेक्टली गर्न मिल्छ मसँग त्यो क्याल्कुलेटरको यो उ चाहिँ एक्सपायर भएछ त्यो लाइसेन्स किन्नु पर्दो रहेछ है अब त्यो इफ यु हेभ दैट क्याल्कुलेटर अरु क्याल्कुलेटर छ भने चाहिँ आई प्रिफर दिस क्याल्कुलेटर है यो भन्दा अझ राम्रो क्याल्कुलेटर चाहिँ यदि कसैले लिन सक्छ भने त्यो अझ बेस्ट छ तर नर्मली यो सबैसँग हुने भएको भएर म यसैबाट सिकाउँछु अहिले सो इफ यु हेभ अनदर क्याल्कुलेटर एन्ड यु वान्ट टु लर्न दैट मेथड प्लिज कम इन स्कुल by informing me I'll be there and you can learn it okay so let's input it 6 20 25 30 35 and 40 ल यो सबै इनपुट भयो है त अब के गर्ने राइट जाने हेरे यो कसरी जाने भन्दा यो थिच्ने के हेरो राइट अनि डाउन गयो भने एकैचोटि अपमा जान्छ है टपमा पुग्यो 1 5 10 12 8 and 4 अब यो तिमीले चाहिँ यति गरिसकेपछि यसमा तिमीले एसी थिच्देऊ एसी थिच्ने हुन्छ अन थिच्ने हुन्छ जे गरे नि यसमा डाटा इनपुट भयो कि तिम्रो अब ओके सो लेट्स प्रेस एसी भाइको हामीले थिच्दियो हैन we are going to find the value of n summation fx and summation fx square. हाम्रो main target. So we have to find these values n summation fx and summation fx square. Okay, so let's use this to find the value of n summation fx and summation fx square. Step number 3. Hey, now we are in step number 3. To use step number 3, shift अनि 1 है, यहाँ त 1 मा स्टार्ट भनेर लेखेको छ नि क्याल्कुलेटर टक्क माथि हेर है, शिफ्ट एन्ड 1 3 र 4 चाहिँ युज गर्ने। अब डाटा कहिले कहीँ मिस्टेक भएको हुन्छ त्यसलाई चेक गर्नको लागि, त्यो चेन्ज गर्नको लागि चाहिँ डाटा ठिक छ कि छैन लेट्स चेक है त। यो 2 नम्बरमा चाहिँ डाटा हुन्छ, बुझ्यो। स्टेप नम्बर 3 मा मेन थिच्नु पर्ने शिफ्ट एन्ड 1। स्टेप नम्बर 3 शिफ्ट एन्ड 1 अनि अरु त जे चाहिन्छ त्यही अनुसार निकाल्ने है त। And press accordingly. अब 1 थिच्यो भने के आउँछ, 2 थिच्यो भने के आउँछ म त्यो सिकाउँछु है त। सो इफ यु प्रेस 1, अब त्यो डाटा टाइप गर्ने हो, त्यो डाटालाई त्यो हाम्रो टाइप भइसकेको छ, यु डोन्ट नीड टु डु दैट, डोन्ट प्रेस दैट है। सो लेट्स डिस्प्ले द डेटा। 2 मा चाहिँ यस्तो डेटा छ हेर त, 2 थिच्यो भने डाटा त यहाँ रहेछ हैन, यो ठीक छ। इफ इट इज रङ देन यु क्यान एमेन्ड इट। सो शिफ्ट 1 and if you press 3 you will get summation fx square and summation fx. Tripti, do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
ल summation fx square यहाँबाट आयो 35286. Let's find summation fx also. Shift start 3. So 2 number if you press it will be summation fx. So 1156, this is also correct. अब यो दुईटामा थिएन नि त, शिफ्ट स्टार्ट। अब यो दुईटामा त यसमा त दुईटा मात्र छ, अब 4 नम्बर थिच्यो भने चाहिँ अलि धेरै कुरा आउँछ। 1 ले चाहिँ n दिन्छ 40, n is 40। अगेन प्रेस शिफ्ट 1 4 and you will get the standard deviation also 3 थिच्यो त standard deviation कति आउँछ इक्वल्स टु गरेर 6.8512। see here the answer is 6.8512। कस्तो सजिलो है। सो यु हेभ गट द एन्सर डाइरेक्टली। अब क्याल्कुलेटर तिम्रो एक्जाममा अप्सन वाला क्वेसन आयो भने डाइरेक्ट मिलाएन हैन, डोन्ट वरी। आई विल मेक दिस क्वेसन अपलोड 1। म यो क्वेसनको अपलोड क्वेसन बनाइदिन्छु। अपलोड भएछ सबै गर्नु पर्यो नि हैन, अप्सन वाला क्वेसन भएन डाइरेक्ट क्याल्कुलेटर युज गरेर भनिदिइहाल्छु तिमीहरूले। सो शिफ्ट स्टार्ट 4 and if you press 2 you will get the mean हैन। mean हेर त 28.9 सबै कुरा आइसक्यो। सो प्लिज नोट दिस, यो कुरा चाहिँ नोट गर है कपीमा, कहिले काहीँ काम लाग्न सक्छ, बिर्सिन सक्छ। सो रिमेम्बर इट। शिफ्ट मोर डाउन 4 फर स्टेप नम्बर 1, स्टेप नम्बर 2 मोर 3 1 इनपुट भ्यालु, शिफ्ट 1 प्रेस एकोर्डिङ। यो सिक्दै गएपछि यो यसरी सम्झनै पर्दैन। Okay, with this now I will like to give you the assignment. Please submit it. I'll post it in assignment section also. एकैछिन ल, म यसलाई चाहिँ डेस्कटप शेयर गर्दिन के, डेस्कटप गरे नि सबै आउँछ तिम्रो डिभाइसमा। ओके
सर, यक्सओएन भनेको स्ट्यान्डर्ड डिभिएसन हो क्याल्कुलेटरको 3
नम्बरको स्ट्यान्डर्ड डिभिएसन है। ओके
सर, अनि 4 को
त्यो 4 को चाहिँ अर्को पपुलेसन मिन भन्ने हो, के अरे पपुलेसन स्ट्यान्डर्ड डिभिएसन हो, त्यो त्यति मलाई चाहिँदैन अहिले है। त्यो तीनटा चाहिँ जान्दा खान, अहिले तिमीलाई जुन चाहिन्छ त्यो चाहिँ जान्दा खान। धेरै कुरा छ क्या त्यसमा, त्यो क्याल्कुलेटरमा धेरै रिग्रेसन कोरिलेसनहरू धेरै छ, चाहिने नचाहिने तिमीलाई अहिले जुन चाहिन्छ त्यही युज गर न। ओके, सो दिस इज द असाइनमेन्ट फर यू। प्लिज स्क्रिनशट इट और जस्ट note it. I'll provide in the assignment section. It will be better if you see there. Okay, so thank you everyone, have a great day. I'll post it in the assignment section, you can see it from there. If you have any problem then we'll discuss tomorrow. भोलि हामी चाहिँ लास्ट डिस्कस गर्छौँ यो होल स्ट्याटिस्टिक्सकै। केही प्रब्लम छ भने tomorrow you have to ask and I'll go to trigonometry on the next week. Okay, so thank you, have a great day. Okay, thank you students. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great day. Let me end the recording at first.